So, how much money do you need to have to be considered rich?
Maybe around if your salary is around 100,000 plus.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're earning 100,000 pesos a month, here in the Philippines, you're considered rich.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Okay. Do you think foreigners should
$1,800.
share their
That's 1,800 US. That's 450 a week. If you make 450 a week, you're rich in the Philippines. Let's get right into this video. I'm going to take it from the top. My name is Shay Got the Models. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're blowing up. I want to take it to the top of this. This video is called What's Considered Rich in the Philippines. This is one is from my passport bros. All right. Let's get right into the video.
how much money should you be earning per month to be considered, yeah, I'm rich, I'm well off here in the Philippines?
Maybe like 50K a month.
50K.
Like that.
Okay, 50K is about 1,000 US dollars. Do you think all foreigners are rich?
I think they're rich, but not rich by like the money, like rich in their hearts, like their loved ones, like that.
Okay, so they have a big heart.
Yeah.
So how much money do you think an average foreigner, like that foreigner right there, how much money in his pocket right now, like cash?
Around 5 to 10K.
Okay, so about $100 to $200 US. That's 5,000 to 10,000. If I dare you to stick your hand in his pocket, like, sir, can I check how much money you've got there? Promise I won't take it. I'm just gonna count it. Would you do it? 4,000 pesos. Oi, she's thinking.
Sure, thousand pesos.
Oh, wow. Do you really want to do that? Okay, so she's backing up. Okay, so how much do you expect your future
Was she
husband
just encouraging her
to
steal?
earn to
Wait, hold on. Was she encouraging her to just go ask a random person if she could check their money in their pocket? What?
provide a comfortable life here in the Philippines?
I think around like
Don't be shy, spill it out.
30 to 50K, char.
30 to 50,000 pesos. Okay, so that's about, maximum of $1,000 per month. You think that will be enough for you to have a comfortable life here with kids as well?
Yes.
Do you think all foreigners are rich?
Well, if they will,
Yo, if you could live off of 1,000 US a month in the Philippines, that means YouTubers who are small channels could be rich in the Philippines when they just get monetized. That's literally how much money you can make when you just get monetized on YouTube. You literally will be rich in the Philippines. It's crazy. This is why I see why passport bros are going overseas, because $1,000 goes far. 12 grand for a year and you're rich. You know how many people could afford 12 grand a year? So if you start saving and you have a retirement of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, you could be super rich in the Philippines.
Come to the Philippines, they will be considered rich because their money, the value of their money, when example in the U.S. they have a dollar is equivalent to, let's say, today is 50 Philippine pesos. So if they come to the Philippines, they will be called rich.
Do you think generally foreigners are generous people?
I think most of them, but I can't say that's all of them, but most of the foreigners that I encounter are generous.
How?
Like, for example, like those vloggers, they feed people on the street. The children, they give foods to the beggars, money to the beggars.
Okay.
That's why, like, those are just example why I call them generous.
Do you think foreigners work harder than Filipinos?
Most of the Americans or most of the foreigners are work harder because they are well compensated and they are satisfied upon the work.
Did you notice that there's a lot of foreigners here in Dumaguete, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much do you think they have in their pockets? Like an average foreigner.
Yo, why
I
is this a
think
question
it
she
would
keeps asking? It sounds very scary, like if she wants to rob somebody, like if she's a pickpocket. Does anyone else get that impression or not? Like how much money's in their pocket? This video of Filipinos see this and they come to some kind of conclusion that Americans have a lot of money in their pocket. You can make them a target of theft. But she keeps asking that question. I think that's a very interesting question. It's not something an American would say.
Yeah, not less than 500,000.
500,000 in their
Yeah.
pockets? Like
Yeah.
someone walking around there,
See?
they have 500,000 in their
Yeah,
pockets?
I think so.
So how much money
What
is
in the
rich
world?
to you?
50K
50K? Is that per month or per year?
per month.
Per month. Oh, okay. Why do Filipinos think they have so much money? Foreigners.
Because they're foreigners.
Because they're foreigners. Yeah, just being a foreigner, it's like an automatic default preset. How much does a man need to earn to have, to provide a comfortable living here in the Philippines?
30K per month.
30K per month. Do they share their money? They share their money? Oh, okay.
If they love you.
If they love you. If they hate you, they won't. Okay. So let's say there's a foreigner in front of us. Pretend that she's a foreigner. How much money do you think she has in her pocket right now?
Like 100,000.
100,000? He's carrying 100,000? Why do you think they're carrying so much money?
Go shopping around.
Go shopping. Kuya, so do you think foreigners are rich?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
So why do you think they're
No.
rich?
If everyone thinks that you're rich in the Philippines, if you're a foreigner, you're going to be treated well. That means Fresh and Fit could go to the Philippines right now and not have to downgrade their lifestyle, right? Fresh could get all the cars he wanted to get again if he just takes his US money to the Philippines. I hope he likes Filipino women.
Anong rich man sila?
Kay kuan, sige raman sila ato sa mga beach, iyahay sa mga nindot nga mga pagkaunan.
Okay, so they're rich because they're always in the beach and they're in the expensive
Pero-
restaurants? Okay, so how much money do you need to have to be considered rich?
1 million ana ra siguro.
1 million.
Ah.
So if you have 1 million pesos, you're considered rich. Mika, do you think foreigners are rich?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Why is that?
Well, in my perception, I think they're more financially literate because of their economy or how they handle their money. Yes.
Okay, so where do you think they're getting their money?
Of course, their work or whatever their career is or the field that they are in. Maybe some were born with it, old money, or maybe from the government or how this economy works. So I'm not really sure.
Okay, so how much money do you need to have to be considered rich?
Maybe around if your salary is around 100,000 plus.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're earning 100,000 pesos a month, here in the Philippines, you're considered rich.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Do you think foreigners should share their money to other people
Well, if they want to, sure, why not?
if they want to? So let's say you're going to a poor country. Let's say Somalia. Would you share your money with the poor people?
Maybe I would share what I have, for example, like food, but I think money, not really, because we don't know how they're gonna use the money for like illegal purposes or whatever. So just try to be safe.
Okay. So generally, Miga, do you think foreigners are generous?
I think so, yeah.
Do you like foreigners?
Some foreigners I do like, but some I don't.
Some you like, some you don't. Okay, what are the type of foreigners that you like?
Well, those people who, has an aura that they're approachable and you can sense that they're not, rude.
Okay.
Those type of foreigners, yeah.
Okay, so you guys have to have an approachable aura. Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank
Miguel. How much money do you need to have to be considered rich?
Nas mga 500,000 pesos.
500,000 pesos in cold cash?
Oo.
Do you think they were born with money or their governments give it to them?
No.
No?
I think kuan na gid sila para sa liring sikap ba.
So they're hard
Sa ilang
worker.
hard work. Oh.
From their hard work.
Oh.
Okay. Do you think they work harder than us or they just get more money?
They just get more money than us.
They just get more money than us. Why do you think foreigners come here in the Philippines?
Kay ilang currency is mas dako man diri.
So their money goes a long way here in the
Oh.
Philippines. Do you think it's because of the food culture or women?
Mostly
Or all of
women
the
gid na.
above? Ah, women?
Women, oh.
Ah, okay. Why do you think women? What's with
Kay-
Filipinas?
Dagan magwapa diri sa Pinas.
okay.
Hybrid tanan ba?
Hybrid?
Hybrid tanan.
Okay, so because they're Filipinas are pretty, that's why foreigners come
Oh,
here.
mix tanan ba? Mix dili ra full Pinoy na diri tanan ba? Kompleto.
Okay, so we're mixed of sugar and spice and everything nice.
Yes.
Okay. How much does someone need to be called rich in the Philippines?
Rich in the Philippines.
If you're gonna put
Monthly?
a number. Yeah, monthly. Let's say monthly.
Monthly?
Yeah.
100.
100,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
So,
everyone
what do
almost agreeing
Filipinos
on the
think
amount. Like, if you make anything, and this is like, yo, most people, like the average man makes 40K a year in the U.S., right? The average, a black man, average man, let's say white man makes like about 50. So let's combine those two, 45,000 a year. On average, you're making about what, 3,600 a month, around there, right? 37, 3,800. So at that living wage that we have right there, we'll be considered rich over there. So honestly, most men could, from what I could see, could easily retire in the Philippines. If you're in your 50s, 60s, you're retiring, you could easily move to the Philippines and your money would go far. The women are traditional, right? You get a traditional woman, and look, everyone's speaking English. Everyone's speaking English like no problem. I've seen everyone speak English like no problem. So there's a lot of English speaking people. The money goes further. Women are traditional and they're attractive. Now I see why people go to the Philippines. I need to visit the Philippines. I really need to visit the Philippines.
Foreigners are rich.
Usually, those who come here, no, they are already retired,
Right.
so they've got the money to spend. No, they don't have to work that much, and they know that their dollar is worth a lot more than the peso.
Do you think generally Filipinos are welcoming to foreigners here in the Philippines?
They usually say the Philippines is the best place. The Filipinos are like this
Yeah.
because we are welcoming to foreigners.
Right.
No? And kahit dito sa Dumaguete, there are a lot of women who got married to foreigners. Yeah, tingnan mo, they are so old na. Old na yung foreigner.
Yeah. Why
And
do
the,
they
the
marry?
lady is
Yeah,
because
the age gap. Why do young women marry old foreigners here in Dumaguete, ma'am?
because they usually think that they've got the money.
They've got the money.
They've got the money, which is enough for them to live comfortably.
Okay, so it's
Oh.
more on security.
I think so. Yeah. Comparing to marrying a Filipino na at their age, pagkatapos walang trabaho.
Yeah, unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
they'd rather.
They're looking for somebody who's already retired, and that means meron siyang tinatanggap tuwing monthly, diba? And then it's more than enough. It's really so much to
More than
spend in the
enough.
Philippines.
Okay.
diba?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot
it's a
compared
lot.
to local guys.
Mm,
And especially some local guys are unemployed. And, Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of the factors. Do you think foreigners who come to the Philippines are rich?
There are rich, there are also some sa ato pa igo-igo lang.
Okay, so some are.
No, you cannot say that foreigners coming in the Philippines, especially the backpackers, you cannot say that they are rich. But foreigners arriving in the Philippines and staying in the five-star hotel, then we can assume that they are rich.
How much money do you need, sir, to be considered rich here in the Philippines, in your opinion?
We have a common saying that if you have 1 million, you are already a millionaire.
A millionaire. So how much money do you need to earn to be considered rich here in the Philippines?
Wow. I think you would need about 150,000 income every month.
Every month. Okay.
Yes. And when I say
150,000 per
150,000,
month,
that means
that's
that
not
you
even a
would
lot.
be able to eat outside in a 5-star restaurant once a week.
Okay.
You have a car, you can maintain a car, and you have
Okay.
a nice home to be able to have this what we call rich lifestyle.
Okay. So, madam, why do Filipinos think foreigners are rich?
Of course, they're rich because they have dollars. And
Dollars?
a dollar is equivalent to about more than 50 pesos. That's
Okay.
why they have money. More money than us.
Okay. So, do you think they are generous? Westerners are?
Majority of them, they are generous.
Given the chance, ma'am, if you're looking for a partner, would you consider dating a foreigner?
150%.
150%.
Yo, even the older
You know
women
the
afford
goal
it.
of every Filipina.
So what's your age?
She said that's the goal of Filipinas. So you're gonna arrive so if you're a passport bro, you're gonna arrive in the Philippines, and if you have more than $3,000 a month of disposable income, you're rich. So if you have a retirement income of, let's say, $500,000, that could easily last you without earning any kind of money after that. You know what I'm saying? That could easily last you 20 plus years. 3,000 a month. 36, you know what I'm saying? All right, not 20 plus years, 12 plus years or so. But even still, and that's a small amount of money in my personal opinion for a retirement. Obviously, you want to retire with millions. Let's do the math, right? 3.6 million could go, 100 years in the Philippines, right? 36,000 times 100 is 3.6. So look, people who are retiring with millions to retire could live in the Philippines comfortably. The older women and the younger women both agree it is valuable, worth it, even the goal to be with a foreigner. Even the goal to be with a foreigner, right? So they're welcoming you. They speak the language already. They're going to be traditional. They're going to cook good food. They're going to be beautiful, young, tan skin, and your money's going to go far. Where's the downside in the Philippines? Philippines must be dangerous or something. What's the downside?
Range, ma'am, if you are looking for that Mr. Right?
He should be about 150 years old.
150 years old. Naloka ako doon. But realistically, ma'am, how old is old?
Well, if there's someone who is about 40 and he wants me, he likes me, then let's go.
Okay, so 40 and above.
40 up to 150, not beyond 150.
Okay, so 40 to 150 years old. Why do Filipinos think foreigners have so much money?
Because we do.
How much money do you have?
Well, it depends. Now, my income compared to a Filipino is probably about 5 times more, or maybe 10 times more. But in my country, it's worth 10 times less. So for me, I can rent a place for 5,000 pesos. That's only $100. In America, it would cost me 1,000 to rent that same place.
Right.
So my U.S. dollars in America go very fast.
Okay. So do you think Filipinos are gold diggers?
No, I
No?
don't. I think most of the Filipino people are real honest, nice people.
Really?
I'm the right guy to interview because I've had good luck here. I've been
Okay.
here 9 years and I've never been robbed. I've never been accosted.
You never been robbed?
I have never been robbed.
But you've been ambushed.
Never been ambushed.
You've been ambushed today.
Yeah, by you guys. By you guys, probably ambushed.
You've been here for 9 years and
Right.
you've never been scammed.
Never been scammed.
Wow. What's the secret?
But I what? Because I know what scamming is, and I know what to look out for.
Okay, what are those?
And
Like top three.
I
Give
can
us-
read people like a book. Well, when people ask you for money, I usually say no, unless I can tell that they're really poor.
Okay.
And the scams, I've never had anybody really try to scam me, but a lot of people always say you want to go into business, and I know that's a scam, so I don't do that. So
How many Filipino girlfriends did you have?
Many.
Many?
Many.
Are you in a relationship?
just got out of a relationship. The problem is she was a really nice girl, and all she cared about was taking care of me, and I don't need somebody that does that.
Oh.
All she was worried about all the time is how I am and what I'm doing.
Like,
I
have you
need-
eaten?
Oh, and everything I do, let me do that for you. No, I can't deal with that.
So you want someone more?
Yo, his only issue
independent?
is she smothered him. He had a Filipino girl. He had many Filipino girls, and they smothered him. He broke up with her because she was too smothering. This is not an American problem. Americans do not have this problem. This man said he got smothered. When are we going to the Philippines, y'all? Who trying to go to the Philippines? Who is trying to go to the Philippines? He said you can make. He comparatively makes 10 times more in the Philippines compared to what the average man makes, right? And it allows him to literally rent a space for, what do you say, 500 a month, where in the States it'll cost 1,000. Are we hearing this? He's paying $500 in rent. That's ridiculous, y'all. Shout out to him, man. He knew it, and he knew this 9 years ago. This is before the Passport Bros was even a thing. He knew this back then.
50. Yeah.
50-50, an equal partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they get a foreigner, they want to take care of him, and they want to prove to him that, hey, I'm a good woman, you can marry me or whatever. And that's not what everybody wants. It's not.
Do you want to
what-
get married?
No.
No? Do they know?
I've been married before.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
I tell them. I tell the
Okay.
girls when I first start dating them, I do not want to get married. I'll let you know that right now.
Oh, well,
So, but they still hang on.
I know, because women think they can change a guy, which is I
Doesn't
personally,
work.
no.
Doesn't work.
The
And you
girls.
don't want to try to change somebody.
No.
When you go with somebody, you got to like them for the way they are now.
Okay.
Because they're not going to change.
Why do you think foreigners are saying like most Filipinos are gold diggers? Or are they just being...
because they run into the situation where they're maybe spending a lot that they think they need to buy everything for the people, and they don't need to do that. They just need to buy for themselves and maybe the girl. They don't need to pay for
Why
the whole
are they
family.
showering so much, money?
Some guys do that just to maybe show the girl that, hey, I'm interested in you and I want to keep you around, so I'll buy you some things. That's all.
Okay. Do you think it's like buying their love though?
Maybe, but usually the girl won't go with the man unless she likes him and she thinks he's attractive or she thinks he's okay. She won't go.
All right. So do you think Filipinos are marriage material? Although you don't want to get married.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah?
Girls are real good here. Yeah, they are. You have a large quantity of girls here that aren't married, and a lot of the men here are gay, from what I can see.
Yeah. A lot of
So
them
when
are,
you've
yeah.
got a lot of gay men, and you've got a lot of men that maybe aren't so great of marriage partners,
Damn.
drink too much, smoke all the time, whatever. Not
Yo, he said that the competition is so low because the men are gay, right? We have nothing against gay people, but he said the men are gay, so that means they have less potential partners because of the gay portion of men. And then the women are feminine and they're marriage material. So then there's even more competition amongst women who are marriage material. This is only a good thing, because that means to me that the women are going to be superior to American women because of their circumstances, right? They could appreciate you more. They grew up in a culture where respecting men is part of their culture. They grew up in a culture where femininity is part of their culture and valued in their culture. The women are friendly and welcoming. They already know how to speak English. Do I need to tell you any more why we all need to go to the Philippines to find wives? Because if you marry a woman in America, you're not going to get these results.
a good partner. Now you got a whole bunch of girls that would like to get a decent partner, and you got a pension, and you're a nice guy, and you don't drink, and you don't smoke, and you just like to do nice things.
Right.
It's easy to find girls.
Did you ever have any problems with local guys because you're poaching their women?
No, not at all.
No?
I think a lot of the Filipino guys are real happy to see you go with a girl. They want you to go with them
Oh, okay.
because they feel sorry for them, like they're not getting enough like they should.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see, most Filipinos do think foreigners are rich, but our definition of rich is probably drastically different from yours.
Very.
Somewhere between $1,000 or $2,000 a month is enough to thoroughly impress the average Filipino and earn you the title of being wealthy. And as you can see from the opinions of the locals as well as the Western men I interviewed, foreigners are quite welcome here, and they can live a life of relative ease on what would be considered a very meager income in the West. Well, I hope you liked today's episode, and I'll be back on Friday with another piece of the puzzle to understanding the Philippines. Till then, folks.
Shout out to the Filipino P, yo. She was dope. I think her video was very informative, and it makes me want to go to the Philippines. I'm serious, because I'm just trying to see what's the downside. If it's safe, right? Your money's worth more. The women are more feminine. They have tan skin and they're beautiful already. Like, I don't see the downside. A dude said he was there for 9 years and nothing ever happened to him. You can't live in Hollywood and nothing happens to you in nine years, right? Especially if you're rich, you're a target. People are going to target you. There's probably not another famous person or another wealthy person who could say that, because people are targeted for all types of things. Cars get damaged. People attempted theft. Vandalism. I mean, there's all types of things, right? Credit card fraud, identity theft. Americans, we got to go through a lot. Even if we're living wealthy, we still got to protect our money all types of ways, right? People try to sue you, right? We live in a very litigious society. So anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I think that video was dope. If you guys want to see me do more of those, I'm going to react to. Go follow the girl, the Filipino P. Until next time, people, play boys, play girls.